The ODM chairperson, Gladys Wanga, was in Kisumu, a hero specifically, whereby he was doing some Meet the People tour. But for her, the ground has started to shift. People are tired with her games. People are tired with her type of politics, whereby Gladys Wanga tried to attack fellow Luos, Orengo and Babu, and even her goons went ahead to the point of having some people killed in Homa Bay. The roads were blocked for the whole day. The police did nothing, and this means that the government was involved in the Homa Bay barricading of the roads, in the Homa Bay takeover by the goons. So the government was involved, the governor was aware, the MPs were involved. So watu wa pale Kisumu wakasema, no, we do not want your things, your talks here. Unatuongelesha hapa, and you yourself, you cannot do what is right. You cannot uphold democracy. You represent a party that was born out of democracy, out of the need for social justice. You are a person who was groomed by a man who was a person who believed in devolution, who believed in development, who believed in social justice, but you are showing neither of those qualities. So viewers, we want to talk about how Gladys Wanga was heckled in Kisumu, and he was not heckled with one tap, but he was heckled with the names of the arch rival in Luo province, or the Luo Nyanza, whatever, Babu Owino. So people are chanting Babu Owino to Gladys Wanga, and I know that was very frustrating to her, because yeye na Kaluma, especially Kaluma, has maintained a narrative that Babu and Orengo are the ones who brought goons to Homa Bay. So my question is, who was barricading the roads the whole day? And the people who we saw in front of Babu, walikuwa watu wanani? Because Kaluma ameona tu aongee kila wakati, tumzoe, na tumeanza kumzoea. So viewers, we want to talk about the heckling of Gladys Wanga and the chanting of Babu Owino to her, and that shows that Babu Owino may be baada ya baba ni Babu, and he may be the next maybe leader of the Luo Nyanza, because all the other leaders remaining are not playing a good game of democracy and are trying to intimidate the other group. And as usually, sometimes a leader usually emerges from the violence, from the banishment, and that is how a leader is usually formed. If you can be able to overcome these things and be on top of them, then that means that you eventually win over the others who are being driven by fear. And Gladys Wanga, Peter Kaluma are being driven by fear, and that will be the end of them. So viewers, welcome to One Ball Brain. My name is Homa Brand, and as always, remember to subscribe to our channel. That is how you support us. Now viewers, also hit that notification bell so that whenever we post a video, you may be able to get it. Most of you watch and forget to subscribe. So viewers, let's talk about the heckling in Kisumu. I'm not interested in what she was doing there, what she was saying, but I'm just interested in the part whereby people are reminding him of Babu, because what Gladys Wanga did in Homa Bay was horrifying. People died, people lost property, people were injured. Did you see that woman from the coast mwenye alikatwa kichwa, man? That was very painful. Leaders being cut because one leader feels that her area should be secluded for her. Yeye mwenyewe anataka atoke Homa Bay aende Migori, aende Kisumu, akuje Kakamega, lakini yeye hataki mtu yote aende Homa Bay, as if Homa Bay is his own little island. So that was very bad from Gladys Wanga, and people will still continue condemning that incident. Alafu CS wa interior akakam hivi akatuambia ati kama Orengo na Babu walijua kuna goons, mbona walijipeleka kwa goons? Listen, that is the CS of interior anasema hivyo. Bali aseme, where were the police to remove these goons from the street? Where were the police to arrest the people who were barricading the roads? Public roads were barricaded for an entire day. Na goons walikuwa may take over the city of Homa Bay. And I'm even calling the city. It cannot be a city where it's being controlled by people who believe in goons. The town of Homa Bay. So it's very frustrating to hear what the CS says. Now ukiangalia CS, president did not even mention anything about it. Unamsikia tu akisema jamani mafala, jamaa wana agenda, affordable housing, ati kuku hezi fika. Yeah, and Sifuna alimwambia vizuri, acha kutumia jina yangu kwa content. Kama una content, sema una content. Sifuna has always maintained that the president has no content, and that is true, because the president is just angry that Sifuna can be able to kuregesha vitu zake zote zenye anaona ni very big things into smaller bits, whereby Sifuna was just saying, sisi ni Waluya, tuko na mashamba, we don't have a problem with housing. Most of Western region does not have a housing problem. it has an income problem. So unakuja unajenga magorofa Western na expect, and even in Western, in rural areas, na unadhani watu watachukua hizo nyumba. Again, the houses are worth what? How much? $1 million plus, $2 million plus. Na unadhani ati watu wa Western wataenda kwa hizo nyumba zako za gorofa waache maboma zao zenye wanafuga kuku na wanafuga wanyama? So those kind of things zinaanga the president, and I feel these people are reducing his mega project to such a small thing, but it makes sense. Each area needs to be developed by its priorities. And today we have just seen what Odhiambo from Political Headache has done, whereby he has showed us how other governors are building hospitals, how other governors are building roads. Alafu Homa Bay nayo tuko na nini? Tuko tu na Yemen. Busia under development. Busia, there's no new hospital that has been built. Hakuna. Na hata yenyewe iko in pathetic conditions. Hata milango za ward haziko. That is how pathetic Busia is. And that is how pathetic these ODM governors have been. You know, Baba akiwa tulikuwa tuna overlook because we wanted Baba to become president. So we were appointing governors MPs for him. But now it seems that people wanafaa wake up from this slumber. You need to vote for people based on their track record. So kama track record ya mseni mbaya, msaende home. It doesn't matter who he is. It doesn't matter if he's in government, if he's in opposition. Kama hajafanya kazi, aende home. Just like how I like the people of Teso North vile walifanya. When Ojamong, the former governor of Busia, after 10 years of doing nothing, alienda kusimama MP. Watu wa Teso North walikataa. And they were the only constituency in Busia County that voted for UDA. Not because they did not want to vote for ODM, no. But because the governor, after 10 years of doing nothing, the governor wanted again to come back to become an MP. And the people just said no. No, that cannot happen. And that was the best choice that the people made. Hope Mary and Mercy can be able to do better instead of organizing pool tables na sijui opening of a building yenye anaita kina Faruku na watu wa UDA. Hope she knows that the people employed watu walimpatia kura so that she works. She focuses on the work. Vitu za kuleta empowerment kila wakati, those empowerments are not really helping our people. Because ukileta empowerment, what does empowerment really help people with? Nothing. Mtawachangia pesa ngapi? Kuna chama ngapi? Each person hapa chini pesa yenye atapata from what you contributed is how much. Na kuna yenye itaibiwa. So these empowerments are not helping people. Instead of doing an empowerment of 10 million, 5 million, why can't you do even a simple water project for those people? Do a project that will last for 10 years, 30 years for the people. Fanya project yenye unamaliza na 1 month na unakuja na launch project. Especially in areas. Sink a borehole yenye itaserve an entire community. So our leaders are just wanapenda to show off, wanapenda tu kufanya vitu as make sense, because I do not understand the need for these empowerments zenye hazina maana, because eventually empowerment does not improve any standards of living, kwa sababu hakuna problem ina solve. There is no problem empowerment solves. So that is something that we all need to realize. So viewers, Gladys Wanga being heckled in Kisumu is just some good vibes for me, because I just have realized that we need to call a spade a spade. The woman behaved badly. The woman did the worst thing that any person can do by ensuring that her own town is fenced off from fellow politicians and opposition leaders. And that is not democracy. Democracy ni wewe kuacha mtu mwenye kuna opposite views kusema kitu anataka time anataka na vile anataka, so long as you do not infringe on the rights of the others. That is what we call democracy. So me hearing people chanting Babu Owino to her, I just feel that it's amazing, and I hope that it continues everywhere, and I hope that she learns her lesson, because they behave badly and people need to call them up, and people need not to forget. People of Homa Bay, you need to appoint a new governor there, because Gladys Wanga has really failed. If this is what women leadership is all about, then women leadership cannot save this country in terms of leadership. I'm sorry. Because we usually told that our mothers, they need to protect their people, they need to nurture people. If mothers can allow their towns to be taken over by goons to hurt people, to destroy property, that is a very, very bad precedent that was set in Homa Bay, and we will continue kuikashifu. And we are happy with people of Ahero for heckling her, because she is not an example of a good leader. So viewers, I want you to leave a comment and tell us what do you think. This is One Ball Brain, the heartbeat of political analysis, and see you on the next one.